I serve as the Chief Information Officer for the NeST group of companies. It's a wide conglomerate. It's one of the Indian MNCs. Flagship operation is SFO Technologies, which looks at electronics manufacturing. We are probably in the top 10 as far as Indian electronic manufacturing contract manufacturers are concerned. We have a lot of focus on export. At the moment, about 80% of what we do is to serve Fortune 100 companies, and new challenges are being faced as we are going forward. The first one was to define where does the digitalization begin, what is the vision that we have, and it took us some time to figure out that the digitalization journey starts with the people, rather than going for a technology component or to go for some acronym or some fad that was out there. So the biggest one was to go through that learning process, get an alignment that we have a common vision for what digital should look like, and then try to see what kind of problem that we are trying to address and solve, and how does it fit in with the long-term strategy that we have. So there were many innovative solutions that's available, but picking each one, it needs to fit with the context that we are trying to address. It needs to fit with the result that we are trying to achieve. And that was the challenge, where coming together to agree that this is the ROI that justifies this direction. So coming to the solutions that we adopted, I think the baseline that we started with was SMAC, they call it. You go into social, you go into cloud, you go into mobile, you go into analytics, but things have moved on from there. For us to define a wholesome solution, we need to actually look at a lot more things. From the cloud perspective, the biggest eye-opening fact for me was initially we looked at cloud just for hosting, for infrastructure as a service, but cloud has emerged and evolved into serving as entire platforms. Entire platforms is giving us value far beyond what we could imagine in the beginning. And this is where the biggest adoption and the biggest focus for me has been. We started off with AWS as just a hosting space provider. Our journey started with using them to host our website. Our corporate website is on AWS, which means that it's available to everybody, it's available to our customers, it's available globally, and there was a lot of benchmarks that it was meeting. So that was purely an infrastructure that we secured from them. We moved on to actually host applications there. But the biggest benefit, I think, in that journey was to realize that AWS as a partner is not just giving us an IE infrastructure as a solution, but the PaaS part, but the software as a solution part. And to see that the entire stack is available with them, that was actually an eye-opener. So to me, the value that I'm getting now is the latest part where we use their entire analytics framework. So from the part where you go and put your data into a warehouse, into a data lake, into the preparation part, into the replication part, into the ETL part, into the constant data refresh part, because each of these, otherwise I would be buying a different tool. I need to buy an ETL tool, a CDC tool, a replication tool, a warehouse tool, more storage for myself. All of this is available as subscription items which comes in the stack, which meant that I'm able to now leverage and jump into having a world-class analytics platform, which SFO is able to start using, and then build our intelligence and our KPIs and build our dashboards on top of that, with far less time that will be taken than otherwise. And I don't really need to have this skill set with me. I need to work with a partner, have certain things only with me. That means I don't have to grow my team. I could leverage a lot of things. So this is one area where we have actually consumed a lot of AWS services, and an area where there's a lot of excitement, because now we are the promise of giving you the information to start making decisions on is now becoming a reality. So that means that first we focused on giving operations the decision-making power with the data that's needed for them, with the KPIs and OEE and specifics to them. Then we moved to supply chain. So we are looking at, this is enabling us to digitize operations, digitize supply chain. Now we can go on to digitizing finance, HR, and the rest of it. So this is the journey that we are on right now. And that's one of the areas where I think AWS platforms have really helped us.